to the video. Before we begin, if not already, please take a moment to subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And click the bell icon to receive notifications when I upload. Comment your little heart out. And most of all, please enjoy. Now back to the video. Italian horror movies are known for their distinctive visual style, artistry, and innovation. Italian horror movies have made a significant impact on the horror genre. Dario Argento is widely regarded as one of the most influential figures in the horror and Giallo genres, a style of Italian cinema characterized by mystery, suspense, and often graphic violence. It's almost just like an American horror movie, except you watch it like this. Here's one of his best works, Suspiria. Jessica Harper is Susie, a young American ballet student arriving in Germany to study at a prestigious dance school. We're already hip-deep in the genre. Something as simple as walking out of an airport and hailing a taxi feels incredibly sinister right off the bat. How sinister? Check this out. That's director Dario Argento himself. I never noticed this until it was pointed out to me, and now I can't not see it. It's mocking me, staring into my soul. I need a hug. She gets to the school, which looks like a scary dollhouse. Love the red. Just as she gets there, another student named Pat flees in terror. And that's always a good sign that this will be a great school year. She should have popped in while the door was open because they ain't letting her in. You want to know why Germans are in such good shape? They jog, rain or shine. Pat goes to a friend's apartment to crash, who apparently lives in Circus. Can you tell the set direction in this movie is insane? Her place has the coolest stained glass ceiling. I hope nothing happens to it.
All I can do is get away from here as soon as possible.
Pat's planning to leave town in the morning.
It's useless to try and explain it to you.
But she won't explain why because she thinks her friend is stupid. She's got German-engineered automatic windows. And it's kind of hard to hear them sometimes because the neighbors are banshees.
You can tell me about it later.
You can call the sound design over the top, but it really rattles you. And I can't argue with results. And she's stalked by my cat Gabby. And then she's attacked through the window and smushed against the glass. Yeah, I said smushed. And then she's stabbed, attacked by flies. Then she's stabbed a bunch more times and then turned into a piñata. Ah, I like that window. Not only that, a piece of the window takes out her friend. So, bonus points. Well, here's our key witness. Nah, he's their piano player, but he is blind. Susie gives it another shot and comes back to the school. Sorry about locking you out last night. Got your tuition check? Susie finds out about Pat getting murdered last night. So there's an opening. Well, here's your room. Sorry it's a bit crowded. You'll be pooping in shifts.
Susie, Sarah are the names of snakes.
Easy, Taylor. I'm gonna keep harping on the set design. Look at this. Almost every shot has so much going on visually, even when nothing is happening. It's like busy work for your eyes. Aw, Susie made a friend, but too bad he's poor. Susie tries to think back to when she saw Pat before her, death. She was saying something that might be important in Act 3, but that's enough gossip. Make with the dancing. They have a room ready for her so she can board at the school. But I guess Susie likes commuting and staying with her friend. Then we get a really sinister silver polishing scene. Polish. Susie feels sick all of a sudden. Well, you really should be doing that in a well-ventilated area. You're just asking for brain damage. Come on, you're supposed to purge after brunch. All right, go see the nurse. Drama, baby. A little waterboarding and she's good as new.
You've even got color back in your cheeks.
I think it's from the heating lamp. What is this, a Hofbräu? While she was unconscious, her roomie kicked her out. So Susie's living at the school after all. Now she can have that full college experience with her new roommate, Sarah. Even though the room is next to the train tracks. Then, they start finding maggots all over the place. Like on their chairs, on their tables, the floor, their hair. Doesn't that make you itch? I guess something went bad on the floor above because it's raining maggots, hallelujah. But there's nothing upstairs but the dance maggot farm. Out there, right now, someone is really turned on. You know who you are, no judgment. Looks like someone forgot all about their HelloFresh order. While they fumigate and demaggot the rooms, the girls have to bunk together. Hot.
Are you sleeping here with us too, Madame Black?
Oh no, I have a room. I'm not a savage. They turn out the lights, and it turns into creepy shadow puppet theater.
Oh, do we really need this?
I'll ask you not to open that inside. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Great. One of the teachers snores like a freight train. The freakiest sound effects. This whole part is nuts. The snorer is the headmistress, who's not supposed to be there. Since we're awake, want to make out? No, I have school in the morning. Well, the bus driver's here. The piano player's guide dog bites a kid. So he gets fired. He gets really fired.
Then get out, you and your dog!
I mean, this is HR violation level of firing. Now show yourself out. This seems like an improper firing to me, but don't worry about him. He's gonna be all right. His dog turns on him and kills him. He didn't see that coming. Susie tries to investigate the deaths, and to make their conversations more private, they discuss in the pool. Suspiria has these segments where there's no real dialogue, but that creepy music, that sound just goes up, and we're left staring at the screen, waiting for something to happen. When nothing happens, it's still more of a relief than disappointment. I mean, listen to this. This sound can make anything terrifying. Susie's no help when something starts chasing Sarah. Where's her room? A uranium mine? So Sarah runs all through the house, somehow not waking up anyone. Oops, nope, that's where we keep the velociraptors. But something knocks her into the plate glass collection. At first, it looks like she's trapped and just gonna take it and die right there. But there's one way out through this little window right above her. So she stacks a bunch of boxes, climbs on it, and goes through it, safely into the tool room, where she lands on a huge pile of razor wire. So much razor wire, Jigsaw would be like, dude, really, it's not even stored. It's like someone took 5 miles of razor wire into the room and just threw it in the middle and said, screw it, it's a school. Kids aren't supposed to be up here anyway. So she's getting all cut up, and while she's bleeding to death, someone goes up to her and slashes her throat. I guess they were in a hurry.
Looking for Sarah? She's disappeared.
Susie's notified that Sarah's gone missing, having left in the dead of night. What is it with people leaving in the dead of night here? In any case, Susie gets her own room. Now for some much-needed exposition. Susie interviews Sarah's former psychiatrist, Frank Mandel, played by Udo Kier. He tells her that the school was established by an alleged witch named Helena Marcos in 1895. And he's the psychiatrist? Then he talks to this guy who knows how to defeat witches, because suddenly that's very relevant. You see, we're playing with Chitauri rules. You take out the head witch, and that kills all the witches under her. So that'll simplify a lot. Susie goes back to the school that night, but everyone's gone on a field trip.
They have all gone to the theater for the opening of the Bolshoi.
Bitches left without me. And she'd no longer trust the food. You know, it's been too long since our last random animal attack. Not today, rabies. Not today. She takes advantage of the quiet and snoops around. Oh, the set, man. She finally remembers what she heard back at that first night. Secret Lily. A picture of one on a wall leads to a secret entrance. And there's a bunch of teachers talking about how they're going to sacrifice Susie.
She must die! Die! Die!
I guess once her check clears. That's when Lurch comes looking for her, and Susie hides and finds Sarah's body all mutilated and gross. Looking sharp. She hides even deeper and winds up in this really gaudy bedroom. But it's Helena Marcos' bedroom. Yeah, that ancient witch is the headmistress of the school, and she's still alive.
I've been expecting you.
Judging by her breathing, barely. She's old AF. Susie decides to stab, but Helena's got a cloaking device. And as a defense, Helena brings Sarah back to life to attack Susie. But the witch's cloaking device isn't perfect. Fire! And Susie stabs her.
Target that explosion and fire.
I mean, she runs out of the building as it's collapsing around her, bursts into flames as she goes out the front door. School's out. Kiss your tuition goodbye. And that was Suspiria. This is Dario Argento's classic, a nightmarish vibe. It's a vibrant, almost surreal experience with a sense of unease and disorientation. The intense, vivid set designs and the lighting gives this movie a dreamlike quality. I'm sure the performances in the original language is much better than the English dub. Dubbed dialogue always seems to be detached and less intense when dubbed. It always kind of sounds like a high school production. The effects are visceral and at times brutal given the budget. The haunting score by Goblin, and don't you love the name of this band? It's like a perfect name, right? It's like the auditory equivalent to a strobe light. It makes you tense and anxious. You're expecting something to happen on screen, especially when that volume comes up. The characters may not have been developed super well, mainly to move the story along. The story isn't the most complex, but it's built on atmosphere. It's a simple but effective experience. A lot of time is taken to build atmosphere and play with the audience's expectations. This also brings down the pacing at times, and some audiences may find themselves getting impatient. The 2018 remake is more of a reimagining. The original has an iconic visual style, while the remake goes deeper into character development with a more muted palette. That's kind of all I know. I haven't watched it. Suspiria is 4 Bs. A visual, haunting masterpiece with an atmosphere of dread and unease that really sticks with you. If you appreciate horror films with a sense of style and impending doom,
there's always room for Giallo.
Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, the bell. You know, that usual YouTube stuff. This is theNewBee, and I'll see you later, kids. Toodles.